Hi, Professor McBrick here. Welcome to my YouTube channel about Lego and, I don't know, other stuff. So I've never done an unboxing video before. This is the first video on this particular YouTube channel, and I've watched a couple unboxing videos and I always thought, gosh, why would anyone want to watch someone open a box? And yet here we are. Never say never, folks. Okay, here's what we've got. We have this nice package from Canada. Inside of here is theoretically a Lego set. So let us find out what is in it. And you guys down a bit so you have a slightly better view. All right. Okay, it looks like the set has come disassembled. This is Lego set 394. Let's see if I can straighten you guys up there a little bit. Alright, see, unboxing videos, already learning the logistics. This is set number 394, which is one of the Lego hobby sets. I didn't know these existed until I was cruising on Bricklink one day, and I found that in the 70s, Lego released a set of hobby sets which were not meant to be played with as much to be displayed. So we might think of these as model type, kind of like an Ultimate Collector's Series set, say in the Star Wars realm. But these were much smaller, as you can see. There's 143 pieces in this particular set. And I'm just going to hold up a couple of packages here. This set is the well, it's a Harley-Davidson police motorcycle. And so as you can see, it's got the Harley and the police stickered pieces, which are pretty cool. And I'm guessing that this set actually would have appeal to both Harley people and Lego people. But I wanted it because, one, motorcycles, and two, it's something I didn't know existed. And three, just looking at this here, it looks like there are some parts I've never seen before. So as I actually unpack this and build it, we'll take a look at some of those unique pieces from this 1976 set. I was one when this set came out, 1 year old. I was born in 75. So this is pretty exciting. I have to see if I can find the instructions online to build it. Otherwise, I just have to look at the picture and sort of figure it out. So, see what we can do. Because this is all packaged up individually, I'm going to really carefully take it apart. And as I do that, I'll share with you some of the pieces. Okay, so here's what's interesting about this. These tires don't seem that unusual, but look at the rims. I haven't seen those before. And I also haven't seen the way they go inside the tire quite like that. So that's kind of cool. And these, for 1976, these are not faded. They're still dark. They look to be in really good shape. I just have not seen those rims before. So that's cool. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. Now, some of these parts have not been fully disassembled, and I assume that's because there are stickers on them that the stickers go over multiple parts. And so if you were to fully take it apart, you would. All right. So I'm just looking at this, and I will probably take some of this apart. We have these sort of really recognizable, I always call them engines as a kid. We have this interesting piece here, which I haven't seen quite like this, where it's got holes on all sides. That's new to me, although maybe not to somebody who really knows vintage Legos. A bunch of these corner angle pieces. A couple of the clear, I always call them glass, right? But they're sort of the clear 1x4 bricks. There's this interesting, it's almost like a Technic piece, brick with a hole, but as you can see, the top of it, I don't know if you can see that very well because of the light, but it's not quite square. It's cut out beyond just the hole, and I don't think that's focusing for you, but it's an interesting shape. So that's that, and these do not have stickers, so let's just go ahead and take all that apart. Man, these pieces are in good shape. A little dusty right around here where it's maybe been sitting assembled in somebody's office or something for years. All right. You know, old school hinge piece. Another one of those Technic-y pieces. I always liked these round pieces. They're just very versatile. Okay, so this is interesting, and I am going to claim a lot of ignorance here. We have our Technic axles, but they're white. And I have never seen that before. Maybe somebody can say in the comments, right, when did they switch from white to black? Was it a change? Was it an aesthetic change? Was it a change in the composite materials? You know, I don't know kind of what drove that change. Right, some more of these clear pieces. I always liked those, like I said. A bunch of 1x2s and wedges. More Technic stuff. Come here, come here, come here. Come on out of there. All right. Those are more just basic pieces there. Seller packed this thing really well. It's very sturdy. I like this. All right, this section right here is assembled, so I'm going to be very careful taking it out because I want to make sure I'm not disassembling it. All right, I don't see any stickers, so I feel safe taking it apart so I can build it. All right, bunch of 1x2s. Okay, so look at that. We have a sticker right there across those two. Across the hinge and the tile, and there's a sticker there. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave this part of it assembled just so I don't mess up that sticker. All right, we're down to the last 3 baggies before we do an assembly here. All right, there are stickers on here, so I'm very careful. We have the twin police stickers. These are like the panniers, I think, you know, on the back of the motorcycle. So I'm going to leave those together. And then we have, right, another one of these stickers here. And then 2 of these super cool Harley Davidson stickered. You know, this was 76, so I'm really curious about the, you know, was this a marketing decision? Did they cooperate with the Harley Davidson motorcycle company? You know, was this sort of a license thing, kind of like you'd have today where they license Marvel or whatever? Was this the first one? I mean, I know that they had done stuff with Merck and other European companies before this, but what is with the tape on here? Ah, okay. Move that out of the way. Okay, this is a bunch of plates. 1x1s, 1x2s, 2x4s, and our final, let's get all the garbage out of the way here. Our final baggie, and it is surrounded by tape. Our final baggie. All right. Okay, so this is interesting. Mostly it's just kind of standard tiles and plates and things, but we do have one. This takes me back. If you want nostalgia, I refer to these as barrels, but the yellow on these is, the old, it looks like the old yellow, and the shape of these, the top's just a little bit different. And again, somebody is way more knowledgeable than I am, and they can speak much more intelligently about what that is and what you call those differences. What's interesting to me here are these bushings. All right, so we have this cool kind of double bushing. What we would see now is you'd have the 2 separate half bushings, or we have the full bushing without this ridge in the middle. But these are cool, right? I haven't seen these before. So somebody, again, like I said, who knows a whole lot more than I do is going to be able to speak intelligently about that. All right, so here's what we have. Here is our pile. Let's get you guys in frame there. Okay, I found the directions online. So let's see if we can do a build. So something interesting that's worth pointing out is the way these blue pieces are fit in here. This is according to the directions, is they're up on end and they're slid between the studs, which fits with the Lego system, but it's not a technique you see actually prescribed by Lego in the official directions very often. I'm sure there are other examples, I just don't know of them. So I love it that this set from 1976 is including what we might call extended building techniques. I don't know, interesting little thing there. Let's continue. So I'm obviously not very good at making unboxing videos because my battery died partway through. But let me show you what I was trying to show you earlier. Here she is. This is set number 394 of the Hobby series. Came out in 1976. And what's so cool about this is, one, the license plate is L394, which is of course the set number. I think that's cool. Other things I've already pointed out, like for example, the two blue lights in the front are simply 1x1 tiles that have been stuck in between the studs. That's an extended building technique that I've never seen officially used in a Lego set. It might be. Honestly, my knowledge of the wide variety of Lego sets is not that big. So it could be. I love the Harley-Davidson branding on both sides. I love the saddle seat. That's so cool. You can imagine the springs, it would be back here in that old school seat style. There is, at the bottom, a 2x2 tile that, again, is stuck between the parts on the bottom. I don't know what you call the inverse of the studs. What are those bottom parts called? But that serves one, kind of like a mud guard, but it's also the kickstand. So when you set the set down, it sits upright on that. We have this... I showed you earlier those bushings, but there's one just stuck in between there, and that holds the white axle and is the antenna. It's got that really cool, hinge in the middle there. It's not a super sturdy set. I mean, there are a lot of pieces on here that aren't like, for example, the back of the seat here is not, it's just held on by two studs and not in a very... supportive way. I don't know that it's got great playability just in that sense of being kind of easy to come apart. But man, is it cool looking. And it wasn't designed for that. It was designed to sit on someone's shelf and be a model. And this particular version has been really well cared for because these pieces are all original and they are really clean. My Legos from this era, late 70s, early 80s when I was a tyke have bite marks. Just gnawing it to get them apart. But this is clean. I love this because this was actually aimed probably not so much at kids, right? It was aimed more for the hobbyist, which is why it's right. So I'm going to be collecting the Hobby series of Legos and doing a set of videos. And when I get them all assembled, I'll show you that. And in our next video, I will also take you on a tour of my rather modest Lego collection compared to, some of what's out there. But it's kind of exciting. It's in my garage. I have some moped projects too. I'll probably share those as well. And we'll talk about other things. For now, Lego set 394. Thanks for watching. And my kids tell me I'm supposed to say something to the effect of, smash that like button. I don't know what that means. Subscribe.